Hey, you ready?
Yeah.
Records and stuff.
Well, where the hell is it?
Am I doing something right away, too?
No, because I have that.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Who, Pat?
I believe so.
Fratallone's Ace Hardware and Garden Stores.
Wait, now you're all ready.
Oh.
You ready, bruh?
Yeah.
Hey, let's kick it off.
All right.
We're rolling.
Well, wait, do you have Marjorie on the phone?
Jesus. We're rolling.
Fratallone's Ace Hardware and Garden Stores brings you Garage Logic Podcast number 682, August 26, 2021. 97 degrees on this day in 2013. That's 2 days in a row for 2013. And 44 degrees on two occasions, 1964 and 1968. Your swimming season will continue for many more weeks, would be my prediction. I hope you're keeping your beach free of weeds and muck and crud with Aqua Clear pellets from the Aquaside Company in White Bear Lake. They've been keeping beaches free of muck and weeds and algae for more than 60 years. These Aqua Clear pellets are organic. They won't harm fish, birds, plants, or humans. Call Aquaside at 1-800-328-9350 or go to aquaside.com. They'll give you the advice and the products you need. Boom. This is our second pod.
Uh-oh.
Second podcast at the State Fair. We podcasted here in 2019, then no fair last year, and now here we are again. And our last live radio show here would have been in 2018. And as usual, for every year we've been at the fair, we're starting with our dear friend Marjorie Johnson. Hi, Marjorie. Can you all hear Marjorie out there? Wonderful, Marjorie. You're 102 years old now, and you're going to be here next year also, aren't you? Wow. Well, congratulations. Yeah. Are you still competing, Marjorie?
Yeah, I managed to bake 7 things, and I got a late start. So Thursday, so that was pretty good. I tired myself out.
I can imagine. You got a late start. Well, what else do you have to do?
Let me see, what else do you do? Well, I haven't baked all year.
Oh, okay.
So I really felt like a bride cook. So, but I started baking on Thursday, and I got 7 things baked, which I entered in a fair. So I think that's good for.
I think it's wonderful. Marjorie, there are people here who are, as you speak, they're looking at your photograph on their cell phones. They miss you dearly in person, but we understand that it might have been a little difficult to get out here today.
I didn't know that. I'm not up with this new stuff.
Right.
I'm back in the radio age.
Yeah, well, so am I, Marjorie.
Okay. What do you miss most about not baking? Yeah, I haven't. I didn't bake a thing all year. So then, for several years, I took a vacation from baking. So now I managed to get 7 things done. I started baking on Thursday, so I really wore myself out.
Well, Marjorie, we'd just love to hear your voice, and it wouldn't be the state fair if we didn't start with you. So we just wanted to say hello.
Right, yeah, we're carrying on the tradition.
That's right.
Right, first guest at the state fair, first day. Yeah.
All right, Marjorie, God bless you.
Hi, real good, yeah.
See you later. Yep.
We're still rolling, Joe.
No, I know. I had to.
Oh, okay.
I was just noting GLers in the crowd. We have Sandy, who's a world champion quilter, and we've got Stacy, the GL geologist. We've got Scott from Inver Grove, never afraid, always pushing back. Steve and Julie from Aiken. Big John is wearing his. Are you wearing your Garage Logic Hall of Fame medal? You're
Well, with
boy,
pride
wearing
here.
his. And today we're going to have Doris with today's State Fair animal.
Yes, Tortoise right now, there's a logistics thing going on right now because they are milking the cows as we speak.
Right.
And so she may be a little tardy, so we're at her mercy.
And you missed one. The president of my fan club, Angie, is here with
yeah.
Stacy.
Hi.
Hi, Angie. Hi, Angie.
President of my
Thank you for showing up.
What does that pay being the president of Kenny Olson's fan club?
Nothing.
Oh, no. Wow.
Wait a minute. We have an announcement.
So it's like an internship at the
Hold
radio
up.
station.
Hold up.
Wait
a minute.
Something ain't right.
We should have caught this yesterday. Sanibel Jim caught it, and a emailer from Illinois named Scott caught it. Check this out. The government doesn't want people to be around unvaccinated people. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Correct.
So they're paying unvaccinated people to come to the state fair.
You're right. Very ironic.
Sandoval writes, Joe, isn't it odd that while governor and all the Department of Health upper echelon want us to be fully vaccinated before going out into public, especially crowds, while they offer $100 gift cards to encourage the unvaccinated to enter the fairgrounds, be vaccinated, and then be released to roam among the crowds. According to the CDC, it typically takes 2 weeks after vaccination for the body to build protection against the virus, so unprotected individuals have about 14 days before immunity begins for them. Seems odd that they are encouraging the unprotected to roam amongst us. Pushing back in Illinois, Scott writes, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but as I listened to GL while driving home from work this afternoon, I almost drove off the road when I heard the story about the state paying Minnesota residents $100 to get their first COVID vaccine. At first I thought, that's just a colossal waste of money. But then I said to myself, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Do these public health geniuses have any idea of the second and third order effects of their brilliant plan? Let's think this one through. In order to qualify for the C note, the citizen must be completely unvaccinated. Science tells us that on the day you receive the vaccine, you don't instantly become immune from contracting or communicating the disease. That takes a couple of weeks. Chances are high that those who have held out this long against the shot are also not the type of folk likely to wear a face mask in a large crowd. Ergo, the state of Minnesota is literally paying unvaccinated, non-mask wearers to come to the state fair, just the behavior that it would presumably want to discourage. That's your state government. And now for a bit of a link to a topic on today's show, another link to a topic on today's show regarding that Canadian activist and others who love government conspiracy theories.
Right.
You've obviously never worked in government. No government employee has the ingenuity to dream up conspiracies and the discretion to conceal them for decades.
Yeah.
Exhibit A, I just told you. Get the unvaccinated in here.
Right.
Thank you. Pushing back in Illinois, Scott, a government employee.
And I think we brought that up yesterday too, Such, that they're not on top of it enough to come up with that.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Marjorie called me back because she had a few things that she wanted to tell you before.
All right.
Hi.
Got Joe.
Yes? Yes, Marjorie.
Hi, I wanted to tell you, I celebrated July 4th this year with a great big bang. I ended up in North Memorial Hospital for 4 days, and then I went to rehab, but now, thank heavens, no broken bones or anything. And now I'm home in my own house, recuperating, trying to get my strength. And I love your Garage Logic book. I hope it sold 1 million of it. And you autographed me. Margie, you're the greatest show.
Yeah.
So I hope you still feel that way, yeah.
Marjorie, what happened to you on the 4th of July?
I fell and fainted, and my son called the North Memorial Hospital.
Oh.
And then, so I spent 4 days in North Memorial Hospital.
Oh, boy.
Then I went to rehab.
Yep.
And then I was there a while. And then they sent me home. So I've been home. And thank goodness, no broken bones. And I baked some bread. I saved some for you, Joe.
Oh, boy.
So
Thank
when
you.
I see you, I'll give it to you.
So this wasn't a fireworks accident. This was a fall that you unfortunately experienced. But you're okay now.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm really fine.
All right.
Before you go, Marjorie, it's Rookie again. I would like Joe to give you the power to call at any time during a fair if you have any developments, if you have anything to say, if you just have a daily message. I would love it. We would cherish.
'Cause I get my new hearing aids, and so I'll be
where are
able
mine?
to hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome to call each and every day. You call Chris and say, I've got
Thank
something
you,
to
Rook.
say. You
Thank
bet.
you very
Not
much
a problem.
For that. Thank you. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you, Marjorie.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye, dear. Thank you.
You know, one thing we did forget to mention is that we have a sponsor today here at the Garage Logic stage at the Minnesota State Fair. Rook, tell the people about Lulu's Public House, because I know you're a huge fan.
Lulu's Public House is so fantastic. It's in the old Heritage Square back there, right behind the Skyride base. Bang Bang Chicken Wings
They're
are the
phenomenal.
best thing you'll ever have in your life. But they got a quality selection of beers and other foods to eat, breakfast foods, lunch, dinner.
Wind
But
him up. Here he
try
goes.
the Bang Bang Chicken Wings. Your life will never be the same.
Patty and Earl's
Say,
biscuits up there too.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
It would be uncharitable of me to heavily critique a food, wouldn't it?
Figuring
I'm
that
not going to.
No, because the last year we had nothing. They did the drive-through food event. It helped some of the vendors, but if you found something that you
Well, let's put it this way, Rook. I just had something that corroborates my belief that I'm not going to eat fair food.
I couldn't wait to get here to start the fair food. It's
But
go
The
ahead.
rest of us finished it for you.
Yes, you did.
Which corroborates the fact that you don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, look
True.
what's coming down the
True.
street.
Oh.
Great big wolf.
Let's do this. Why don't we do this? You want to take a break?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back because we've got Doris,
Yep.
and you'll be quizzed on what type of cow this will be, Joe.
All right. Well, first I want to tell you that
About
once you're-
Grundhoffers.
No, first off,
Right.
you know what? Why not? Here comes something's going to end up at Grunhofer.
With Spencer.
With Spencer. It's just wonderful big cow coming down the street here. And that's the kind of, at Grunhofer's, of course, you get it in its more refined form. That's Grunhofer's Old-Fashioned Meats at the north end of Hugo and Highway 61 and the new location in Forest Lake on Highway 97. You can buy your own side of beef, quarter of beef, beat those prices at the grocery store. Spencer has been making the finest meats available since 2007. GLers have made his place a popular destination to the point where he had to open the second location in Forest Lake. And right now we're going to see the product before it ends up
There we go.
at Spencer's.
I
right?
like that.
That's Grunhofer's in Hugo, north of Hugo on Highway 61, and Grunhofer's in Forest Lake.
All right, we're clear. We need to do that. That was. Oops.
What am I doing here? We're going to have Doris. I didn't see Doris.
She was right in front.
I saw an assistant.
Doris was in front of the cow.
Okay.
You know
that's
how
gonna
we
be
were
a
saying,
problem.
I'll save it for
There's Doris.
Okay.
Oh, Doris is wearing her medal too. That's Big John, a helper. He's been at every live event we've ever done. He's wearing his Garage Logic Hall of Fame medal, as is Doris, I know.
Are we? Okay. Come on, God damn it. Let me do this.
I'm just going to put everything I've done with right here, Reeves.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. He didn't hear me.
No, I did too. You're going to put everything right there.
All right. Boy, that's a nice cow.
Like a nice cow?
Reeves.
Yeah.
What kind?
Not telling you.
No, come on,
No,
man.
no.
What kind of cow is it?
It's a brown cow.
Dairy. Reeves, what are we doing here?
I'm editing. Just give me one quick second.
Uh-huh.
We'll be done in a minute.
All right. Got a tornado headed our way, I think.
Nope, I'm good. I guess you're ready, huh?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Oh, boy. One of our favorite. Are we on the air?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet. Give me 30 seconds.
okay.
Mine's not.
Here's today's State Fair animal, Joe Souchere.
And our great, great friend we've known for years, Doris Mold from the animal part of the fair. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I love you're wearing your medal.
Oh, yes.
You were a charter inductee into the Garage Logic Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think I was number 2
Yeah.
after our.
Do you know what number you were, Jen?
Wait,
What number inductee were you in the Hall of Fame? I don't know if the medals say that.
wait a second.
Huh.
I think we have number 1 right here, right? Stace?
Oh,
10.
Stacy's got her medal on too. That's wonderful. I think that's a wonderful tradition.
Did she just brag that she was a 10?
Yes, she did.
Humble
Yeah,
brag,
I'm
Stacy.
only-
Humble
I'm
brag.
only a
Damn.
2. Yeah. Okay, Ashley,
Doris,
come
what
on up.
have you brought us today?
Well, Joe, this is a special showcase cow,
Oh boy.
and she's red and white.
Well, it looks brown and white
Cow,
to me.
well, how now brown cow. You
Yeah.
can call her whatever you like, I
Right.
guess, Joe.
Gorgeous
it's your
cow.
show.
Gorgeous cow. That's cow number 10, 12.
Or Dorito.
Or Dorito.
Yes, sir.
And you want me to tell you what kind of cow that is?
Yes, I'd like to know.
Dairy cow.
Very good. Very good, Joe.
Who told
Sandy-
him? Who
Sandy-
told him?
Sandy gave me a little shot there.
All right. And how do you know that it's a dairy cow, Joe?
Well, it's got the units back there.
It's got the units. Okay. The units back where?
He's got to stop shutting the
under
mic off.
the under this, it's the lower swimsuit area.
The
in the
lower
back.
swimsuit
Right.
area. Yes, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like she's ready to be milked.
She is going to be milked this afternoon. She's at one of our hand milking cows.
Oh, I see.
So people, if folks want to come hand milk her at 1:30 today, they
Really?
can come and try to hand milk her.
And that would be where?
It would be down at our moose stage at the cattle barn, which is
Okay.
outside the northwest corner.
Are you happy with the number of animals present this year? Does it seem normal to you?
It's relatively normal. We're down a few, but it's not bad. I mean, we've got the 4-H crew in now, and we've got a full showcase herd. So we've got good numbers in the barns, and we've been milking a lot of cows. So
Right. I always like the young gal that accompanies you. What's your name, young lady? Doris can give her the.
Peyton.
Anything to stay in show business, huh, kid? You got the bucket there.
Yeah, Peyton's got the working end. Ashley's actually one of the owners.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
How are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Richmond, Minnesota.
Okay. Is that your cow?
It is my cow.
How many cows on your land there?
We have 3,500 milking cows.
Oh.
Okay,
boy.
wait now. If you're a
Wow.
country boy, how would you have asked that question? How would you have asked the question? How many
head?
cows?
How many
Yeah,
head?
how many head you were
Head.
out
Okay,
there?
okay. And then you followed up with how many acres?
How many acres you got out there?
Couple too many.
Okay. All right.
So you milk around the clock then? It's nonstop milking, right?
Yes, we
A
do.
Parlor situation. How many cows are hooked up at the same time?
So we have 2 farms actually.
Yeah.
So one farm we have a double 24, and
Wow.
the other one we have a double 24 rapid exit.
Wow.
What day can we get Joe to come out to milk?
What does rapid exit mean?
So basically that means the
course.
cows will enter in,
Yeah.
but then the hole where their headstands are
Yeah.
will lift up into the air,
Yep.
and they all connect at the same time.
Wow, almost like a dance, a precision,
Well, a dance or kind of like race cars too.
synchronized
Zoom.
cow milking.
Yeah.
Now you've been through it many times, and I would like you to go through the motions of how you actually milk a cow. Show me the. No.
Okay, so rookie, so no. How do you do it? You show us.
Like this, and you pinch.
Pinch. Okay.
Not
so
you squeeze. You
I was
squeeze.
gonna say,
It'd take you all day to get a glass of milk.
rookie, I was gonna say pinch. That really
Okay,
is
I
not
should
a way
say
to win
lightly
a
squeeze.
girl's heart.
Lightly
you know?
squeeze. Lightly squeeze.
Wow.
Unless she's into that, you never know.
That was a zinger,
That
Doris.
cow's ears went up when you said pinch.
Yeah, they don't like to be pinched, Rook.
No, you make a little O-ring and you
Yeah.
kind of work your way in there.
The okie
He
dokie
has no
sign.
idea.
Rook.
Yep, the okie
That's
dokie sign,
You
and then
put it
you're.
around the top of the teat, wrap gently around,
Right.
pull down, squeeze, and
Yep,
release.
that's how it
Squeeze
goes.
and
That
release.
You know
What are you
this
doing for dinner tomorrow?
You know what this is, Joe? This is utterly amazing.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what?
giving
You
myself
don't
that
need. You
one.
don't need
Thank
to
you.
do that.
Thank
You
you.
don't
Dang
need
it, I
to
got
do that.
booed.
Thank you. If
Boo
you
the
don't-
hell out of him. Thank you, Doris.
You're
it's
welcome,
always
Joe.
good to see you, and we'll be seeing you all fair, I trust.
Well, depends on if Rookie's nodding now, but yeah, Rookie, we made the arrangements for this visit. We haven't done the rest of them, so
You always come through, Doris.
Well,
you always
we-
find something.
we try, Rook.
Let's put it this way, Doris. Just put us on your calendar to show up every day at 12:30 with an animal.
Okay,
Except
well,
next Wednesday.
okay, we'll see what we can do,
All
Joe.
right, thank
Sounds
you.
good.
We count
Thank
on
you,
you.
Doris and
Doris
team.
Bowl, today's State Fair animal.
The dairy booth. The Moo Booth Milking Parlor.
Oh, it's a beautiful cow. It's a beautiful.
Thanks, Joe.
Very handsome. Very handsome. That's just fantastic. I was going to tell you
Yes.
that. I'll find it. Don't worry about it. That's what they look like before they get to Grundhofers. Right there.
I don't think we eat dairy cows.
It's a dairy
Such,
cow, Joe, yeah.
we
What
don't.
kind of what are they? What cows do we eat?
We eat beef.
Beef.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
Say, I want to tell you something. Thanks to Lulu's Public House for today's sponsorship.
Steer.
And we're selling two versions of the GL, the clings for the windows. Two versions. One's the GL logo and one's the GL University. Right here at the talk shop. Dennis Kirk is sponsoring that. They're $5 each, but all net proceeds from the sale of clings will be donated to the Minnesota Military Appreciation Fund. If we sell out all 5,000 clings, GL will donate more than $20,000 to the military. To the Minnesota Military Appreciation Fund. So let's just sell those clings and get that money to the right people. And also, what do we got? We had shirts over there and hats and what
Yes.
happened?
Yeah, you are.
What did he do?
Well, he picked up one of the stanchions and then knocked it over again.
It's a one-man clown show down there.
really
Is it time for our annual?
We're missing everything but the music.
Rook, is it time for our poet laureate, Matt Otto, with our annual State Fair Garage Logic poem by our poet laureate, Matt Otto. Maybe you would like a microphone,
Yep.
Matt? Yes. Yep.
How's it going, everyone? Great to see everyone back out here.
Yeah. Matt, you take it away, son.
All right. Well, it's been a few
Looks
years
like
since
it's a long poem, Matt.
only the best for you,
All right,
Mr.
all right,
Mayor.
all right.
Only the best.
All right.
It's been a couple of years since we've been out here, so I thought we'd make one and call it the Great Minnesota Get Back Together.
All right. Very
So that's
clever.
this one.
Very clever. Yep.
It's been a while, but we're back together. Everyone's here. Feels like it's been forever. All the GLers are gathered here with family, friends, and an ice cold beer. The State Fair is back in all of its glory. But it's more than this that tells the story. That story is no matter what life throws at you, be strong, resilient, tried, and true. In Garage Logic, that's who we are. From all parts of the world, near and far. Whether it's on Highway 61, the road of love, or all the way from South Africa, which is a cut above. All of us GLers, we're like a family, a great group of dum-dums. That's how it should be. We've been through a lot in the last year or so, with things we couldn't do and places we couldn't go. If there's one thing life teaches us, it's that you never know. So cherish every moment, whether it's high or low. We're all here now, so let's have some fun and make some memories before the day is done. With these guys, it's hard not to be amused, informed, educated, or maybe a little confused. By the way, Joe, I was sorry to hear that you had realized your very worst fear. Your sidekick, your buddy, your Ed McMahon has beaten your cylinder index on the show that you ran.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. You had to rub that in, huh?
But that's okay, Joe, because you've still got a lot. There's always your golf game. Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
So let's all raise a drink and give a toast to our mayor, our leader, and our host. Here's to you, GLers, and all that you do. Keep pushing back, and we'll see you in 2022.
All right, hey now.
Harumph.
What are you doing these days?
I am still working with the Osseo School District. I actually just graduated with my master's degree in educational leadership, on my way to becoming an elementary school principal. And I have to make a shout out. My former boss is standing right there with his wife.
Yep.
I dragged him out here. He is a huge GLer. And I don't know if that's the reason why he had to retire from the school district, is because he's a GLer. But just so you know, we got a lot of strong heads at our Osseo School
Well, let me
District.
tell you something, kid. If I ever hear that you're contributing to a failed academy, I'm going to find you and burn your house down.
You'd fit right in then.
Yeah.
No, my goal as an elementary school principal is to make sure that there is actually true equity in education for all students, so they get the proper education.
Equity is what you have in your house.
Right, but that they get the right education that they need and not from the failed academy.
All right,
that they get the skills they need to learn.
I accept that's a wonderful answer.
Has anybody listened for many, many decades and remember what a big pain in the ass he was every year he wanted to come out and do his poem? And the first time, what did it take to get you on the air?
So what happened was, back in high school, this was 15 years ago. This is my 15th year being the poet laureate.
Right.
Joe appointed me the poet laureate 15 years ago because I sent him a poem for a high school project, and he never responded. He never read it. He just brushed me off.
Right.
That'll
And
happen.
so
Welcome to Garage
I had
Logic.
to get a
He does
job
that to
here.
us, too.
I had to get a job here with Joe before he could even let me get on the air.
All right. That's the way it works sometimes. You got to go now. You got to leave.
Persistence. Pretty soon it's going to be Dr. Otto. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Good luck, everybody.
Thanks, Matt.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Matt.
Poet laureate Matt Otto. Poet laureate. I have a sad note. I got a note from Exalted Mayor. It is with deep regret that the Angie Experience, trademark, will be unable to appear at a GL podcast when you are all in attendance at the fair this year.
No.
As Angie's schedule permits a visit on the only day you are not live podcasting, Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's in jail, right?
That being said, Angie would be open to providing his unique insights at the Knack Hardware and Lounge, emphasis on the lounge,
Hard pass on that.
on the Wednesday that GL is not present. Yours cylindrically, Angie, the Experience. I'm sorry, Angie, but that's...
He's going to come here and do his own show.
I'm not sorry enough
Don't
to come out Wednesday, are we?
No.
Don't be baited by that. There's something going on there. Somebody's going to show up in an ape suit over here, and then he's going to reveal himself as the Ingy Experience.
You think this is a canard?
I do think. I think he's just, it's a ploy.
I want you all, when you're done with your fair experience, still savor what's left of the summer and get some quietude. You'll have enough noise at the fair, and get up to Giants Ridge, home to the Quarry and the Legend, two of the greatest golf courses in the country, not to mention Minnesota. And they've still got that 37-hole special they've had all summer. Play the Legend and the Quarry on the same day, and it's $160 plus tax on weekdays and $175 plus tax on weekends with lunch on them between rounds. But getting back to the quiet part, it's a return to nature. It's a great family destination. There's water recreation, biking, and hiking, and the newest and largest, excuse me,
Perfect health.
Lift serve mountain bike park in the Midwest, dining and lodging. I think I said that. 3D course flyovers of the Legend and the Quarry can be seen at giantsridge.com. And you can learn more or book tee times online at giantsridge.com. or by calling 218-865-8030.
Okay.
Okay, what do we got here? We're going to you, Johnny. Me? Yeah.
I didn't ask him yet. Do you want to do a garage grilling or you want to do Johnny Height first?
We're going to do John Height and then Paul. Yeah.
Paul? Right over there in the corner. Okay.
Where's my phone? What do you think, Reeves?
No, I'm just editing. Just give me a second here. Yes. 20, 30.
I'll do the spot that right before we come back. Okay,
Huh?
I'll do the candle spot before we come back.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Are we coming back and I'm doing a spot, or do you want me to just do it now?
No, I'll do it while as I'm playing the bump.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Paul, don't go away.
You guys ready?
Rolling.
Okay.
Who is this, Dylan?
This is Dylan, yes.
I haven't heard this before.
This is one that he put together. I'm not sure GL has the rights to this song. He put together for our...
For your show.
Yeah, but
I'm
we're not...
graciously loaning it to you.
Here's Rookie.
That is a good move. That's a great vibe. Music provides a great vibe. You know what else does? Candles. Candles for you CI girls and you GLers. It provides a nice vibe. And I've got a great deal for you right now at the Great Minnesota Get Together in the grandstand. There is an outlet called Spiral Light Candles. They're online at spirallightcandles.com. What's the big deal? Everybody's a fan of candles. Well, these burn in a spiral all the way down. It's a patented trademark deal. And you know what? They're in the grandstand and they have a special cylinder index candle. It's a scent. It's not out on the table. You have to ask for it by name. Can I see the Garage Logic candle? Can I take a whiff? They are affordably priced, and this is a Garage Logic family. The Nelsons started this baby in their garage, and they're huge fans of Garage Logic. Stop by in the grandstand, spirallightcandles.com. You'll be mesmerized how it burns, and again, you can relight them, as Joe said.
You can.
You can relight them.
Okay.
However, it's the special candle scent that you want to ask for, the cylinder index candle. Tell them that the Rookie sent you. Stop burning boring candles. Get yourself a Spiral Light candle in the grandstand, and don't forget to tell them the Rook sent you.
Before we do Johnny's news, you're all aware that we've been musing about how soft we're becoming, and we're trying to make people risk-free, and
Well, you have a big problem with baseball.
we've been talking about baseball. And
Yeah.
I've got two stories for you to show you how things used to be.
Okay.
All right? All right, I've got a guy here. On yesterday's show, this is from Selene. On yesterday's show, you talked about some parents trying to protect their kids from the least bit of risk and how different it was when we boomers grew up. You touched on a 25-year-old baseball player out since May with a broken finger. Well, that's Poindexter, whatever his name
Byron
is.
Buxton.
Byron Buxton. Coincidentally, my brother sent me this story yesterday, all right? Have you heard of a major league pitcher called Ray Caldwell?
I have.
Named
I
Ray
have also.
Caldwell.
Yes.
Well, get this.
This story is fantastic.
This isn't going to happen today, I got news for you. Ray Caldwell took the mound for the Cleveland Indians, still the Indians then, on August 24th, 1919. In fact, that was the first time he put on a Cleveland uniform. It was a brutally hot day, but very clear. There were 20,000 or so fans at what was then called League Park. And the fans and the players were accustomed to the weather changing quickly off Lake Erie. And sure enough, a storm rolled in, and he was 6'2". He was called Slim. The clouds rolled in off Lake Erie. Cleveland's players, who had grown accustomed to the lake effect weather mood swings, took their positions and hoped to grind out 3 more outs before the skies really opened up. So Ray quickly towed the rubber as the rain picked up. He got 2 easy infield pop-outs to open the inning, 1 more to go. Now the wind was howling the storm upon the field. Just as he gets set, a flash from the sky explodes down into the middle of the field. Shortstop Ray Chapman felt a surge of electricity go down his leg, and the violence of the lightning strike causes players to dive for the ground. I took off my mask and threw it as far as I could, Cleveland catcher Steve O'Neill said, because that mask was metal. 5 seconds after the bolt hit the ground, everybody looked around. The 8 Indians position players are okay, but their newest teammate is not. Ray Caldwell was on his back, arms spread wide, out cold on the mound. The lightning strike hit him directly.
Wow.
They rushed to Caldwell, but the first man who touched him leaped in the air, saying he'd been zapped by Caldwell's body. Caldwell got up and finished the game.
See you.
He got up and finished the game.
What does he play, hockey?
You know what?
Man.
That's astounding. And later today,
Caldwell's chest was smoldering from where the bolt burned it. They're terrified to touch him. All of them are wondering, is he dead? Is he dead? From the first, and then it goes on to say how he...
If that doesn't get him more action on the road, I don't know what can.
Seriously, what a stud.
What a man, huh? Then it goes on and on and on. He says, okay, I'll pitch. I'm ready.
well, and you know,
Put the fire out in his jersey.
later
Pitch.
today, when the storm rolls in and Joe gets struck by lightning, he's still going to finish the show here
Yeah,
at the State
yeah.
Fair.
Right.
There's another one.
Can I add a little
Yes,
bit to that
yes,
story? The
yes.
shortstop you named, Ray Chapman,
Yeah.
In baseball history, only man ever killed in a baseball game. He got hit by pitch by Carl Mays in the head, died later in the hospital.
John,
Really?
did you know that already, or did you research that?
I knew that.
Okay. Well, this is even better. This is from Kelsey.
FYI.
In 1923, jockey Frank Hayes won a race at Belmont Park in New York, despite being dead.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's how tough this guy was.
What? Weekend at
He
Bernie's.
suffered a heart attack mid-race, but his body stayed rigid in the saddle until the horse crossed the line for a 20-1 outsider victory.
Nice.
Now, that's tough.
He didn't even get paid.
He died during the race.
Right, he didn't get paid.
Finished the race.
20-1 odds.
Players today who die while they're playing would quit the game.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
They'd never
How would
play
that
again.
work? Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And next week, during the News from the Krabby Coffee, Kenny's going to have a heart attack on the stage.
Hopefully. With any luck.
That's
yeah.
a workman's comp.
Hold up.
Luck.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Here's John Height.
Thank you, Joe. This news brought to you by Lulu's Public House. As we all know, the state fair is underway since we're all sitting here. There are 9 new food vendors this year. Baba's, Fluffy's Hand-Cut Donuts, Midtown Global Markets, Andy's Garage, Summer Lakes Beverages, Scenic 61 by New Scenic Cafe, Solid Concessions Cheese Curds and Mini Donuts, Auntie M's Gluten-Free, Libby's Ice Cream, and Spinning Wild. The fair will also have over 20 new foods this year for fairgoers to try. There's an American Red Cross blood drive and a COVID-19 community vaccination booth at the North End Event Center. That'd be up there, I would assume.
That's well, North is here.
What do I win? If I get vaccinated, what do I win?
$100.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Johnny, Andy's is that's where we swill our booze after.
Yeah,
Andy's-
as soon as I read it, I thought
Andy's
the same
Garage.
thing to myself.
Andy's Grill is distinct from Andy's Garage.
What's
Got
this
it.
over here?
I'm
Where do we
sorry.
go over here?
That's
Andy's Grill.
Yes.
Right on the street here.
You wearing a hat indoors?
I'm at the fair.
You're indoors.
Tonight, the grandstand act.
Sycophant. Put your hat back on. Stand up for yourself.
Right, I'd
once.
have my hat on if I were you,
Jeez.
boss.
Grandstand Miranda Lambert set to perform.
Tonight, John?
Tonight, 7:30 at the Grandstand.
Good luck at that show.
That's correct. Might be a little wet.
Might be a little damp at that one.
In news, a horrible story to kick things off. The U.S. ambassador in Kabul has told staff there that 4 U.S. Marines were killed in an explosion at the city's airport, 3 wounded. 2 explosions ripped through crowds of Afghans trying to enter the airport on Thursday. At least 3 U.S. troops were injured also, a U.S. official said. Witnesses reported multiple fatalities among the Afghans, many who were trying to enter the airport. Western governments have repeatedly warned of an imminent attack by Islamic State, ISIS, and they have in fact already claimed the explosions. After the blast, U.S. Embassy told all Americans to leave the entrances to the airport immediately. The explosion at the Abbey Gate of the airport was the result of a complex attack, according to Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby. He said another blast occurred near the Barron Hotel adjacent to the airport. A British security official said both attacks were carried out by suicide bombers.
Are we just going to sit here and take this? Is that what's going to happen? We're just going to keep sending people home instead of turning around and bombing the hell out of these bastards?
You don't have a guy in office that when
We're going to take this?
Are you asking me? I'm not in charge.
They said
Quit yelling
consequences. We need a president that says consequences. I got a consequence for you.
This is terribly sad, isn't it?
Yes, it's upsetting.
The Greenwood fire continues.
Thanks, John. Thanks for bringing us down, buddy.
Well, it's called news, Kenny. I kind of have to
Well,
read the
the
stories.
scenes are dreadful. They're hauling people away in wheelbarrows,
Yes.
and it's just dreadful. Dreadful.
The Greenwood fire continues to burn up northeastern Minnesota as fire crews continue to work toward protecting homes in that area today. New estimates this morning showed the fire grew in size on Wednesday, up 25,991 acres from 21,700 the day before. The blaze now covers over 40 square miles of the Superior National Forest. At least a dozen structures destroyed as a result of the fire. The support of air resources, including the National Guard, engines, bulldozers, and other equipment will be used to reduce the burnable natural fuels near homes or near the edge of the fire. Total of 476 personnel working on the fire, including cooperators and contractors.
Oh, I heard from our guy, the pilot.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's working the West Coast.
Okay.
He's
Oh,
right
yeah,
back
that's
at
what I
home.
figured,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. He's working on
Really quick, and I apologize to you for, I forgot to mention this before we started the show, but I just got a text message from someone that's watching our live stream on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Thank you to the thousands of people. And I forgot to mention that the off-air portion is also being streamed on the YouTube channel. So
What have I said?
thank you for the
Okay.
reminder.
Thank you
of that.
very much. Yeah, give that person a free T-shirt and a $100 bill. And
I wonder what we said last
Mental
week.
inventory. Mental inventory. Mental
I don't remember.
I've been entirely professional.
Oh, sure you have.
we don't know that.
Hold on.
Is that
Entirely
in the
professional.
control room too? That's in the control room too, right?
We don't know that.
7 people hurt in a shooting in the Lint Lake neighborhood of Minneapolis just after midnight this morning.
Just 7, huh?
Just 7, yeah. According to the police department, it happened in the area of West Lake Street and Lyndale Avenue South at about 12:20 this morning. When officers got there, they found 3 people who were suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Police also learned 3 other people had already been transported to Hennepin Health Care, another to North Memorial Medical Center with injuries believed to have been caused by the shooting. Police said the prelim investigation indicates 2 people reportedly fired shots at each other outside of a nearby business. Of the 7 people hurt, 1 person's in critical, 5 are in serious, and 1 in good condition. They are continuing to investigate the shooting. A group of 7 Capitol Police officers filed a lawsuit this morning accusing former President Trump and nearly 20 members of extremist groups and political organizations of a plot to disrupt the peaceful transition of power during the Capitol riots on January 6th. The suit, which implicated members of the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, and Trump associates like Roger Stone, is the most expansive civil effort to date, seeking to hold Trump and his allies legally accountable for what happened.
I don't think I'm out on a limb to say that this is a very sparsely attended first day of the fair.
I would agree completely.
I was going to bring it up because are you a little worried about the lack of GLers here? Maybe you're falling out of favor with the public. People tuning into another podcast.
No,
or
I think that
show,
the GLers are proportionate to the number of people on the fairgrounds.
Probably.
Okay.
But I don't think the threat of weather is helping matters either.
Maybe your star's fading a little bit.
That
my
could
friend.
be. That could be.
What do you got, Rads?
Reds.
Whoops, sorry, Rads.
Is this on? Okay, this morning I'm in line to get a ticket to come in with my son and my niece.
Yeah.
And as we're standing in line, I mean, we're the second person to the window.
Right.
Is this
The
a
woman
town ball
turns-
story?
She turns the sign from open to closed.
What?
And all the way that way and all that way, they all started turning their signs.
Why?
So I said, what's going on? She goes, oh, the computers went down.
Oh.
So I said, well, just here? And she goes, no, at all the gates. I said, well, I've been coming to the fair since I was a baby. They used to have a stack of tickets and a cash drawer.
Right.
Oh, we can't print tickets unless they come through the computer.
Oh.
I says, so we're having a big opening day today, huh?
Yeah. Maybe that's it, Rads.
Glitch.
Maybe
A glitch.
people aren't getting in because of the glitch.
It was down for about 15 minutes, but no plan B at all whatsoever.
No.
If the computers didn't come on, that'd have been it.
Wait a
There'd
minute,
be
Rads.
nobody here.
What about your parking? Were you able to get in the parking lot? On
I
time?
rolled in house and I'm getting picked up.
Okay. You did it the smart way.
Well, I used to drive in, but I can't walk that far anymore.
Right.
Right. All
Joe
right.
doesn't ride the bus, but if he did.
Would. Thanks, Rads.
Thanks, Rads.
Johnny Height.
OnlyFans says it has suspended a plan to ban sexually explicit content after an outcry from its creators
You're back in business, Such.
and advocates for sex workers. The subscription site said in a prepared statement the planned ban was, quote, no longer required due to banking partners' assurances that OnlyFans can support all genres of creators and declined to answer any further questions. They had said last Thursday they would ban explicit content starting October 1st. OnlyFans has become famous as a place where sex workers can get paid in a safer way, as well as a space for celebrities to interact with fans. Last week's abrupt change upset the site's creators, a lot of whom threatened to move to another website. A lot of sex workers joined OnlyFans during the pandemic when in-person venues shut down or became more dangerous because of COVID-19. The site has been really lucrative for some people, allowing them to earn thousands every month. Among those, Lacey Lennon. Lacey says she makes
Oh, Kenny, that opened Kenny's eyes. He's craning his neck right now.
Lacey says she makes tens of thousands of dollars a month from OnlyFans, charging $100 a minute.
Wow.
For
For
custom.
what? What do you get?
It's a custom video. So
You just see her in her house? Or something?
you'd
I would
tell
like
her-
to see
you'd
you hula
tell-
hoop.
Yeah, you'd say, Lacey, I want to see a hula hoop.
Really?
You
I
get
will do that.
1 minute for $100.
Lacey, I'd like to see you drive a bus. She says, I can't drive a bus. Say it doesn't matter.
There are other sites.
Why are you doing this story?
Well, why not?
The bus story?
No.
There are other sites where people can pay for porn, and a crop of new ones started trying to lure.
I don't think there's any obligation on your part to instruct people where they can find expanded versions of pornography. For God's sakes, John.
Well, what's your favorite
Why don't you
site,
say
Joe?
that? Why don't you save that for that show you tried to debut today?
Actually,
What's your favorite
I don't have
site,
one.
Joe?
That stuff gives me anxiety. I don't like it.
it wasn't a height story. Kenny slipped that one in on him.
Slipped it in.
You know,
Good one,
speaking of
right?
that, the debut of the news from the Krabby Coffee,
You know
my
what?
personal favorite part of that was when Dawn asked Joe, name 3 things that lay eggs, and Joe said, this show.
Yeah, that was a good line.
That was a good line.
That was hurtful.
That
Joe.
was boom, boom, boom.
That was hurtful.
Night,
Well, face it, you don't have the hips anymore to watch any of those kind of
Kenny.
those sites, those porn sites, do you?
What's he referring to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
a 19-year-old college student from Litchfield, I'm sorry I'm bringing her into this, has been named the 68th Princess K of the Milky Way.
I have her right here.
Yes?
Where is she, Rook?
We'll speak with her. She's got this is the first day. She's got to get her head carved in butter. She's got a lot of. We'll get her next week.
Anna.
Anna?
How are you going to say?
I'm going to say early. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Yurley.
Yurley?
Yeah.
Anna Yurley was crowned during a ceremony on the Minnesota State Fairgrounds last night. She'll now serve as the official Goodwill Ambassador for the nearly 2,500 dairy farmers in the state and will make public appearances to help connect consumers to Minnesota's dairy farm families. As Rook said, her first official duty, have her likeness sculpted in a 90-pound block of butter at the fair today and tomorrow. By the way, the sculptor, Linda Christensen, this will be her 50th and final year of carving.
Oh, boy.
Princess.
Say,
with
tell
her
me
2
this.
years ago.
Do we know where she's from? Because this story doesn't
Yeah,
have
Litchfield.
She's from Litchfield.
that. Litchfield. All
Yep,
right. Wonderful.
Litchfield.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Anna.
Stepping off a trail in Yellowstone could land you in jail, and a tourist is learning that lesson the hard way. A 26-year-old from Connecticut was sentenced to a week in jail after walking on thermal ground near one of Yellowstone's geysers.
What a dummy.
That according to the Wyoming Department of Justice. She was also ordered to pay a $1,000 fine and $40 in fees. She'll also have to pay $1,000 in community service to the Yellowstone Forever Geological Resource Fund, the nonprofit partner of the national park. The woman and 2 other people walked onto the thermal pool and geyser at the park's Norris Geyser Basin, according to officials. They said she and one other person got off the boardwalk, were walking on thermal ground. Multiple other people were concerned and took photos and videos of the 3.
Do you recall yesterday we were under the suspicion based on an email that volcanic activity and increasing earthquake activity could be linked, we didn't know for a fact, could be linked to a cooler phase of the sun. And I asked geologist Stacy to check that, and she, like a good geologist, she did. And I'm wondering if you could take the microphone there, Stacy, geologist. She sent me a graph. She went back. Well, she'll tell us.
I would say under my direction,
Yeah.
she went and did her research and homework.
No. What did you find out, young lady?
I did. I mean, I found the data for the last 20 years?
Right.
30 years maybe, but it didn't show a correlation, and also in the fact that 30 years, 20 years is a speck
Right.
in the geologic time scale.
Right,
I don't think there's a correlation. I think
right.
it's sort of interesting,
Yeah,
but Mother Nature is doing what it's doing.
that's right. All right, thank you, young lady. You did your homework. Thank
I
you.
did.
Whoa.
What?
You're going to let her off with that?
That was all I wanted to know.
Oh,
Is there an increase?
That's a rookie answer.
There's no trending. There's no trend. Stacy, they're not. We're not seeing a trending increase
No,
in
there's
earthquakes.
no trend.
All
I mean,
right.
what is a trend? I mean, it's like global warming. It's
Yep.
B as in BS as in
That's
L.
right.
It
That's
used to
right.
be covered under a glacier right here.
Right.
It also was an ocean at one time.
Yep.
Mother's very old.
That's
Things
right.
are going to happen. We are not going to impact it as
That's
much as
right.
I
they think.
expect from
Here.
No. From Medal winner number 10, I expect more research. She gave you a rookie answer.
No.
Oh, there's no trend.
Wow.
No,
Research,
I got it.
no.
No trend.
I
You
have-
nothing.
I love you, but I sent Joe a graph.
I have
pulled
the
data.
paperwork. I have the paperwork.
Well, let's make sure
Data
she didn't
and-
copy and paste somewhere, okay? Let's
Hey,
just make sure.
Matthew,
All right.
what time did you show up for our noon start today, by the way, Matt?
It's 12:02. I know the theme started at 12:03, so
Yeah,
we're
okay.
good to go there.
Yeah, before I read the next story, I'd like to do a little disclaimer. Sweet, innocent poet laureate Matt Otto gave me this story, okay? So I'm going to blame him for this, all right?
Yeah.
A man is dead after using a strong epoxy adhesive to seal his swimsuit area for protection during intercourse,
Wait,
according to the Times of India.
how?
He super glued his deal.
What?
Shut. Yeah.
He shut us.
Oh, that was his birth control thing.
That was his birth control thing. Yeah.
Some people go by there and there's great big bubbles.
Great big bubbles.
Well,
That is really crabby today.
Local. Well,
he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Well, you can't win the race then.
No.
He fell off the horse.
Yep.
Local police investigators say 25-year-old Salman Mirza used the epoxy adhesive on his swimsuit area due to not having a condom on him, and he wanted to avoid impregnating his former fiancée. Wow. Police say Mirza and his former fiancée.
What country is this?
India.
Okay, that explains everything.
Investigators say that using the adhesive worsened the man's health condition and that he died from complications including multiple organ failure. He was found lying unconscious in some shrubbery.
Which ad could follow this story?
Good luck.
You should have saved this one for Krabby Coffee Shop.
Yeah, I
This
probably
is-
should.
That's a
have.
Krabby
good
Coffee
one.
Shop type story.
Yeah, I love this.
In fact, you can cut that one short.
Okay, we'll
Guys,
just end
if
it
you
right
did this, are you really a winner? Are you really a winner? If you're carrying those 2 stuffed animals?
Oh, I don't know.
Where are those going? On the mantle? In the garbage.
In
I
the
think so.
garbage.
Thanks, Johnny.
NBC Universal. You'll like this story, Joe. I know you like it when other broadcasters get paid well, don't you?
Don't tell me this is the Rachel Maddow story.
It really is, yeah.
That's
Rachel Maddow will get $30 million per year to keep her with MSNBC through the 2024 election.
Where's the party?
How's her podcast doing? It's pretty popular, huh?
As a part of the deal, Maddow's long-running 9 p.m. nightly broadcast will end next year, and instead, she'll step back from the Rachel Maddow Show and host a weekly program set to air 30 weeks out of the year. The contours of the deal reported in outlets including the Wall Street Journal and CNN. But the Daily Beast also learned that NBC Universal, the parent company, made some other massive concessions in the deal that will ultimately mean less Maddow airtime overall, but
more money.
A lot more money for Maddow.
Boy.
Yeah. She says it was a deal.
How you doing, Such?
He needs a beer.
He's stunned.
He needs a beer.
He's stunned at this point.
You know, I don't think Red Savoy pizza is at the fair.
I don't think so.
I do not believe
But if
so.
it was, it would be the best pizza at the fair.
It'd be a champion.
And right now, pizza and pull tabs are back. You get a Red Savoy pizza at any of the 16 locations, there'll be a pull card tucked right into the pizza box, and you rip that baby open, and you can win free pizza, pasta, wings, salads, cookies, pop, as well as money off your next purchase. You can even win the grand prize, Johnny. Free pizza for a year.
I could use
free
that.
pizza for a year.
If I won that, it would be big trouble.
As we draw closer to the football season, it's interesting to note that Reds is an official sponsor of Gopher Athletics. They've done some commercials on their Facebook site with head coach P.J. Fleck. And just in time for the football season, GLers can visit SavoyPizza.com and use code word ELITE, E-L-I-T-E, that's one word, E-L-I-T-E, to get $5 off any order of $30 or more. The offer is available only through the Red Savoy app or website.
All right. I didn't know. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do Paul.
Yeah.
Well, not even quick, but he's got nothing to do.
Okay.
Huh?
John, quit talking to Kenny. I need him to do this.
Speakers. I'm doing an ad off the air.
Are you ready? Okay.
I'm not going to time this.
That's fine. I'm rolling.
It's Positive Thursday, live from the Minnesota State Fair. Now, normally Mike Schoonover joins us to talk us out of our doldrums, but I asked him to take the day off because I don't want him to know what I have in store for him and his team on County E in Lexington up in Shoreview. He's agreed to install new running boards and a new grill on my truck. That's not the issue. No problem with that. It's the whole detailing job that I've also asked them to do that I'm worried about. This truck is trashed. It looks both inside and out like it spent the last couple of years in Afghanistan. A heavy layer of dust and grime inside. The windows, a murky, stinky layer of filth. I'm not sure that'll ever come off. The carpet caked with, I think it's blood, actually. It might be mine. It might be critters. I have no idea. And obviously the outside is disgusting. I live on a gravel road. Been doing a little mudding since the storms early this week. And here's the deal. I'm not lifting one single finger to clean this thing before I drop it off. It's going to be a real test of Schoonover's cleaning talent, and frankly, a test of our friendship between Garage Logic and Schoonover Body Works and Glass. But you know what's going to happen here. They can handle anything, including this. Anything auto-related, bodywork, tune-ups, tires, glass, you name it. Schoonover can do it. I know you have a choice, GLers. Thank you for choosing SchoonoverBodyworks.com.
All right, we're clear. Are we ready with Paul? Okay. No, no, no. All right. Paul, can you just give me a level check, please?
Test.
Kenny, will you help adjust his, there we go. Move it up a little bit more.
Oh.
There we go.
Test.
Much better. Okay. You ready, Such? Whoops.
I turned my mic off.
No, it was me, sorry. Okay. Oops, sorry.
Where's Rook? Whatever, let's go.
Will you grab Rook? Thank you. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Rook. Here's Stacy's paperwork, the graph, okay?
It is blind to me.
We're joined by Paul Langenfeld, who is taking up the daunting task of running for mayor of St. Paul. And how's it going?
It's going very well.
How can you tell?
I've built a terrific team. I've got campaign managers out of Washington, D.C.,
right,
who have never lost an election.
Really?
They did the likes of Marco Rubio and Rick Scott, as well as a number of other senators and people of Congress. And because this is an off-year election, they've taken my campaign, and they're going to bring us to a victory.
Timing.
What's your main message?
The main message is economic prosperity and safety for neighborhoods and businesses.
Are you asking people, do you feel safer now than you did 2 years ago?
Absolutely.
What answers are you getting?
Nobody has said yes.
No.
And everybody is telling me they're afraid to go outside, not only after dark, but they get their car out of the garage, they do what they got to do, they get right back home, and they hide in their house. Well, that's a bomb shelter mentality, and that's not how you live in a city.
And you obviously are pro-police.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is what keeps our society safe.
Right.
You've got those who are responsible for public safety, police, fire, ambulance, and those need to be supported because I want outstanding public safety for everybody.
I met you more than a year ago.
That's right.
When you were in this plunge, and you did take the plunge. Give us a brief bit of your background.
Well, I was born in Hastings, Minnesota.
Right.
And then after high school, came up to the University of St. Thomas. That was 40 years ago.
Right.
And I pretty much lived in St. Paul ever since. So St. Paul is my home. I've put down roots. I own a house there. I've built up relationships in the neighborhood and in Highland Park and citywide. So it's a city that I care about. It's a city that's like my family.
Right.
And I got skin in the game.
Yes, you
So
do.
I see what's been going on in St. Paul, and I'm willing to get into the fight and get things turned around.
Melvin Carter has a great big machine behind him. I mean, it's a DFL town. I'm hopeful you can crack through that. I'm just trying to figure out how.
Well, as the saying goes, for his reelection, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
So I look at that, and we have a bipartisan election. So for all the candidates listed on the ballot, nobody has a party of identification, and not even an incumbent is identified on the ballot. So it's just straight up. And then because this is, multiple levels, there are going to be 6 votes that people take. And so what I'm telling people, of course, I want you to vote Paul Langenfeld first.
Right.
But if you don't vote Paul Langenfeld first, vote Paul Langenfeld second.
Yep.
And third, because those votes are tallied.
Well, because
and
it's
it brings you to a
ranked
win.
choice voting.
Ranked choice voting.
Right. Give us a bit of your background of what you've done for a living.
Right. I have been working, I've got a degree from St. Thomas and a master's of divinity from St. Paul Seminary at the University of St. Thomas. I've been working in my own nonprofit organization, and we benefit disabled veterans and people with special needs like Down syndrome and autism. And then I have been working for the last 2 decades as a personal care attendant for people with special needs. So I care about every member of our society from the highest to the lowest. And that's what's really brought out the best in me. It's caused me to care for people. It's caused me to work harder to help those that need a little extra. And that's what makes me want to run for St. Paul mayor, because I'm going to help everybody full spectrum.
How can you get maybe confrontation is the wrong word, but you need something explosive where people can see the absolute difference between you and the incumbent. I don't know what scene I want or what setting.
Yeah, something to draw more fire.
Right.
Than Melvin Carter.
Maybe you should start, I mean, not being facetious, maybe you should start appearing at the scenes of horrible crimes.
Thank you. Right there.
I thought of that.
Yeah.
I thought of that.
No, you've got to show up where he obviously has no interest in showing up.
Yeah. Well, and that's a very good point, because our current mayor has been an absentee mayor.
Right.
I mean, just think back a year ago when the city was burning, where was he?
Right.
So if you're not going to have a leader that's strong and present and getting out there in front of people, well, then he's no leader at all.
I don't think
I'm going to do that.
I don't think anybody in City Hall has even returned to work. I think they're
that
still
could
all
be.
working remotely.
I don't think that anybody in City Hall has ever returned a call for us. We've tried to have Mayor Carter on the air so many times at the state fair. Well, we didn't have one last year, but I mean, we have any incident and our calls were just not returned. I think that is fairly rude for a mayor to reject it. I've seen him.
No. That, you know, I know what you're saying, Rook, but let's focus on what Paul can do to crack through there and make that impression that you're a starkly different candidate than Melvin Carter.
Right.
I sometimes get the feeling that Melvin is not the mayor of the entire city. He's the mayor of the people dependent on Melvin. And I think there's a big difference that someone could get a strong message out that you intend to be the mayor of every single soul in that city. Now, he will say that, of course. He will say that, but it doesn't feel like it.
And Paul, when you do win, you have to continue to show up at these scenes of destruction and violence and these grim scenes, and show that you're in charge and you're one of the people, you're one of us, not high and above us. Like the mayor just comes off as being a tad bit pompous, like he's not one of the citizens.
I can make you this promise, and this is the first time I've announced
I wouldn't
this.
even make it to him. He lives in Alexandria.
Yeah, it's awesome. I have no idea who our mayor is.
So
don't worry about it.
When Paul Langenfeld, am the next mayor of St. Paul, Minnesota, I pledged to work 60 hours a week. And I'm going to work 7 days a week. And what that means is that I'm going to be putting out every single day the way that our current mayor is not.
Yeah.
I'm going to be present, and I'm going to be with the media. And what I have in mind is a Monday morning media event where I go to visit schools, I go to visit hospitals, I go to visit nursing homes, and I take an entourage of the media with me.
Will you fill a pothole?
Personally,
fill a pothole?
I will get out there with the crews with my shovel.
I think that'd be neat.
I will, and we'll get the media there. I will be filling the potholes, and I'll be out there driving the snowplow.
All right, that's fantastic.
I'm going to take care of our streets.
Here.
So he can smack a gavel just like that. Just like
You're
that.
here.
Can I try that, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone listen.
Yeah. That's a mayoral. That's a mayoral gavel. Harump. What's next and most visible in your campaign? Where are you headed?
Well, I'm going to be here at the State Fair every single day.
Okay.
And I'm going to be here from open till close. So I'm meeting with as many people as I can. I'm talking to everybody. I'm being present here.
Right.
And then my campaign team, I've got a promoter that comes right out of National Motorsports. And we are doing media blitzes. We are going to do super walkers through the neighborhood. And we're going to get our information out to every single registered voter, because they need to know that I, Paul Langenfeld, am a serious candidate. In fact, it's really only a two-man race. If you read the article in the Pioneer Press of all the candidates, it comes down to myself and the current mayor. But I've got support of those who really want to make things change.
You want to cut taxes?
That's something I want to
yes.
investigate.
Say yes.
I want to find out why the taxes are so high. They don't have to be. So I'm all for lowering taxes because that gives more money to the people and in their pockets. And then I want to support local businesses. Support the St. Paul businesses, and to do that, you have to make the streets safe at night.
Amen.
Or people don't want to go out to restaurants and entertainment or shopping because they're afraid.
Ask him ask him one of the most important questions that a garage logician would want to know in the middle of summer. Is he going to allow what?
Fireworks.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
If I lived in St. Paul, you'd have my vote.
On day one, I'm going to make the announcement, we're going back to fireworks.
Amen.
And
Amen. Hear, hear.
with my foundation, I have gotten to know some of the disabled veterans, some of the greatest American heroes you'll ever meet in your life.
Right.
And the fireworks are to honor our veterans.
Wonderful.
Amen.
Wonderful.
Amen.
Honor the veterans.
Would
Absolutely.
you please, if you really do have this Cracker Jack campaign stand, would you please explore with them on getting attention by showing up at the scenes of violence in St. Paul? You're not going to run short of those scenes. And if you're there and present, I think that would say a lot.
Well, I live in Highland Park, and we've got them right out our back door.
Well, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, a guy got shot at Fairview in St. Clair.
Right.
You know, it's everywhere now. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I think you could make a big dent by taking that kind of direction.
I'm going to do that.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Paul. Good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
All
do
right.
do the COVID.
Okay.
Do the
God
COVID
bless.
shake. Yeah.
God bless you, everybody, and
Yeah.
God bless the city of St. Paul.
All right, I agree. Thank you. Paul Langenfeld for mayor of St. Paul, and Melvin Carter. If you or your people are listening, you are more than welcome. You are invited to be on this show for your equal time. Right now at Schmelz Countryside, Volkswagen, Fiat, and Alfa Romeo in Maplewood, the southeast quadrant of Highway 36 and 61. There's 0% for up to 36 months on all new Volkswagen vehicles with the exception of the all-electric ID4. That new Volkswagen Taos is in stock. It's really, really nifty. 0% for up to 72 months on Fiat models. 0% for up to 48 months on Alfa Romeo models. Most importantly, this is not, they don't have 40 stores. This is a multi-generational ownership. I've been doing business with Schmelz for years and years and years, and I will continue to. Great people, great inventory right now. Cars are hard to come by. Check out Schmelz Countryside in Maplewood, schmelzvw.com, schmelzfiat.com, and schmelzalfaromeo.com.
Coffee. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, crap. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. Do you have the copy? Oh, heydays. Crap. Thank you. Come on. No. we ready?
Radar keeps showing we're going to be missed.
Well, okay.
Maybe not.
Whoop, sorry.
Oh, 90% chance at 2 p.m. Never mind.
All right, we ready?
Oh, God help me.
You ready?
Just a minute. Yes.
Okay, I'm rolling. Live from the Minnesota State Fair and still terrified of animals, Joe Souchere.
Oh,
Is this,
boy,
is this
Joe.
Dylan
Oh.
Height?
Yes, it
Oh,
is. No,
boy.
this is the Stooge.
Oh, it's the Stooge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two dogs from Monty's Traveling Reptile Show. The Minnesota State Fair misses old Monty, who was a faithful guest of ours, and Two Dog is taking over the reins. How are you, kid?
Oh, pretty good. And yourself?
Pretty
Just
good.
Happy to be back. I mean, you look around, it's like, yeah, it's been 2 years. It doesn't feel like 2 years.
Right.
It's gone way too fast. But everybody that's here, they tried scaring everyone away with the weather and whatnot. It is a great day to be at the fair. You can
very
feel around,
nice.
and the people that are here want to be here.
Yeah.
They're so excited to be here, to be out doing stuff, and to have their fair back. Because, well, we really do have one of the best fairs in the country, and we
What
don't just say that out of Minnesota bias. It's
Yeah,
Two
Two
dogs,
Dogs.
get
Let's
really
move over
close
just a
to
little.
Well, not that
See,
close.
this is the difference between Monty and me.
Yeah.
Monty would stand here so you couldn't get away.
Right.
I actually give you an out.
Yeah. What dreadful beast is this?
So this is one of our young American alligators. So Albert, who we surprised you with a few years ago,
Yep.
our big alligator, who's 48 years old this year.
Still alive?
Still alive, still kicking.
Is he over here?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll be damned.
Right on Nelson Street, across from the DNR fish ponds for only $3. Yep, he's still there.
What's the lifespan?
So average with our alligators is 70 to 80 years. But
Really?
they've been documented over 120.
In the wild?
Yep.
Holy mackerel. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I don't know it either. I just make it up and say it with confidence.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's you know the key to BSing, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Knowing when the other guy knows more than you and
Right.
you get out.
How old is this guy?
So this is Archer. He's a 6-year-old American alligator. He's one of what we call our handheld models.
6 years? Well, so he's not full grown.
No. So
How long does it take him to get, turn into?
So even Albert, our 48-year-old one, he is still growing. but
Come on.
They get most of their length within the first 20 years.
So I was standing out back when you brought Albert over. I think you had 8 guys hauling him over, right? No, I'm serious. You had a lot of guys hauling him over.
Well, the one year when we brought him, we got Brianna from the fair to bring her golf cart over, and Monty and Albert and Brianna sat together on the golf cart, and I just walked in front of people yelling, "Get out of the way, alligator coming through."
Why did you?
Turns out is not a great way to get people to move. They usually just stop and like, "What did I just hear?"
Why did you tape his mouth shut?
Well,
Why don't we
because
take it off?
No.
These little guys, they're kind of like puppies. They have puppy teeth.
Yep.
So it's not that he wants to try and bite everyone, but if anyone touches his mouth on accident, he's got all these little black dots. They're little pressure sensors. It's a reaction for him to bite. That's how they get their food. when
Such,
they're
he's
little.
giving you side eye right
know,
now,
I
buddy.
know. Why are they still?
I don't think Joe knew that was an option to tape our mouth shut like that.
Yeah, it's giving me an idea.
There is a sign in our building from one little kid that wrote a thank you to Monty, and he's got it drawn out on the old paper, and
Yeah.
it says, what does it say? I thought it was really cool how Monty could open and close his mouth. And then in the parentheses, the alligator too.
Why have they retained such a prehistoric look?
It works.
I guess, huh?
This design just works. So these guys are mostly scavengers, but if you look at his head, his nostrils are raised and his eyeballs are raised, so he can sit underwater almost completely hidden, still breathe, still see, know what's
Were
going
you
on.
trying to suggest, Joe, that like the tick, it's got no ambition?
Well, I'm thinking, what's been the marketing plan? The alligator seems to be terribly comfortable looking the same way it did a billion years ago.
Much like Monty and me, we just don't change.
That's right. That's right. Why don't you hold it up, Two Dogs, so that people can see what we're talking about here? Just a baby alligator, 6-year-old, and they're still a baby.
Am I bothering him if I'm touching him like that? Does he doesn't care?
Two Dogs, is he
Wow.
fast? What happens if you let him go? Can you
So,
catch him?
like, we did a benefit the other day up in Clayton, Wisconsin, and we were out in the football field, so
Yeah.
we just put them down on the ground. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're quick. It's a fast walk. but they tire out real fast, which is
Okay.
good because I tire out fast myself.
Yeah.
We can take him for a nice little walk, and then he's just kind of like, oh, I'm out of steam, so we'll do whatever you want.
I'm done.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Monty, who lived with Monty? Was that Walter? Albert?
Yep.
Lived in Monty's house.
Yep.
Was that alligator domesticated?
Yes and no. Albert is amazing. He's very cool. We can do things with him that.
Did he have did he have affection for Monty?
Oh, he absolutely
could you
knows.
see it? Could you see it and tell it?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely could. The day Monty died, so Albert was in Wisconsin with me. Monty passed away in California. I walk into my snake room. Now, I haven't heard the news yet.
Yep.
But my shop vac has to go up on the table because Albert is very good at reminding you not to leave anything out.
Right.
Or he will destroy it.
Right.
And then you just see a happy, smug alligator like, shouldn't have left that there.
What did I do?
So I come in, and the shop vac, which is Monty's pride and joy, anything that could get shop vac,
Yeah.
it's getting shop vac.
Okay.
I mean, there should have been an hour meter on that shop vac
Yeah.
just to see how much he ran it. I come in, the hose, the motor, everything is just destroyed.
Really?
Way out of normal.
Really?
As you walk in, like, what is going on and why? Like, it was up on the table.
Do you
Like,
think
had
he
to
knew?
work to go get it?
Do you think he had a vibe?
You know, I do. I honestly do.
Well, it's pretty good
just
radio if we say yes. You
Yes,
just make
yeah,
it
it
up.
is.
Yes, Joe, you are correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just weird where you come in.
That
and
is
this
weird.
So out of the ordinary for this alligator. Like, what is going on? And I get a call later from California from his neighbor, and one of those when it pops up on your screen, like, I know what this call is.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
just basically answer, and you're like,
Yeah.
it happened, didn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
yeah.
Yep.
Now, does Albert? Do you think Albert's looking at his watch, going, "Where the hell is Monty? It's not coming." Every time he sees you, he's like, well, "Monty's not coming back."
I honestly think he knows. He knows. He's like, Monty's gone. I'm taking that shop back out with him.
Wow.
He's like, I
That
didn't
is
get
amazing.
Monty, I'll get the shop
That's
back. That was his
amazing.
consolation
Did
prize.
you bring anything else over today?
We did.
All right. Here we go. We're going to get a new frightening
Monty's
animal.
Traveling Reptile Show. It is across from the DNR. On which street? Two Dogs? Nelson. Thank you very much. And you will be fully entertained not only with alligators,
Oh, I like turtles.
but this is a 1973 Taurus, a Ford Taurus. Ford Tortoise.
Where's the head? Oh, I see.
Right
it.
here,
Yeah.
it pops
Look
out.
at the size of that turtle. Holy mackerel.
You like
Now,
a nice turtle?
he's not going to take off, is he?
Very slowly.
Look at that. Look
What-
at this guy.
What Ricky has in his hands there, that is a young African sulcata tortoise.
Yep.
What we have on the ground here, we'll pick it up so your viewers can see it too. That's a sulcata tortoise too. The problem is these guys breed really well, and when you go to a pet store, they're the size of a ping pong ball, and they're super cute. People don't realize they grow into this.
Wow.
Sell your lawnmower. This will take care of it. The problem is it will destroy your basement in the wintertime. These guys do not understand the term to go around something.
Right.
We just go through it.
Yep.
They're just a bulldozer.
Going to town in the grass right
Yeah, it's
Is that
already
as-
eating the grass.
Is that as big as it gets?
No,
That's getting bigger.
that's still going to get bigger.
How
this
old
is
is
the
that
third
thing?
largest tortoise in the world.
Ooh,
It is.
boy.
Oh, how old
So,
is it? How old is
That
it?
one is only about 16 or 17.
Okay.
So, like a lot of our animals, we don't know for sure because they are rescues. So, the one that Rookie has, the little one, that was found in somebody's yard in Menominee, Wisconsin.
Really?
Africa is not in Wisconsin. I
No.
don't know if.
No.
I'm guessing most of your listeners already know that.
We
but
got
we
that,
just like
yeah.
to make that
Yeah.
perfectly clear.
Yeah. What's the life expectancy of that turtle?
So these should live 30 to 50 at least.
Man, they have long lives.
Very long.
That's
But
amazing.
all you do is you walk around and eat all the time and go to the bathroom. all the
That's
time.
right.
It's-
That's a good life.
But these African turtles wouldn't survive the winter the way our turtles do.
They would not. No.
Right.
What
So
do our
these guys
turtle-
are tortoises, so they're a land animal. They stay on top.
Oh.
If you look at them, they don't have that long tail like ours do.
Right.
The back feet look like little miniature elephant's feet because they're made for walking.
Oh,
and
right,
if you have one
right.
of those nice brains like mine that cannot remember the difference between two different things, I got to use the trick, the story of the tortoise and the hare. That race takes place on land, so tortoises are
Sure.
a land animal.
Sure.
Where do our turtles spend the winter?
Yeah,
Underground?
in mud.
Yeah, so they'll just go down, and they're more active than we think. Like our common snapping turtles, if they're not ones that go down in the ground, hibernate, take a big time out,
Yeah.
and they actually absorb oxygen through their hind end. It's just amazing, and even more amazing that somebody like, maybe we should look at the hind end. Maybe that's how they breathe.
Joe does that too.
Gives
That's
a
no
whole
big
new
deal.
meaning to the term blow it out your
Well,
hind
there's a lot
end.
of us that talk that way, but
Yeah.
not many that actually get any value of doing it.
Jeez.
But these guys, they're up and going year round. But if you ever go out on the lake when we get that, first couple inches of ice and the crazy guys are out there ice fishing with
Yeah.
sheets of plywood and it's just perfectly clear,
Yep.
you look down and you'll see this just drag mark across the ground. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what happened here? You follow that, and you'll usually see one of our turtles out going.
Right.
That's just his tail as he's kind of just going along the bottom.
All right, Two Dogs, fun stuff. Thank you.
But he's got a snake in
Oh,
there.
my God, there's a snake.
Do you want to hold a snake?
No, I've done that before.
Two Dogs, you keep that snake away from me too, man.
Oh, look at this guy. No, there's another turtle. No, that's a frog, isn't it?
So we
It's a
are
bullfrog.
Monty's Traveling Reptile Show, but this is another African
Hi.
creature. This
Yeah.
is an African burrowing bullfrog.
Yeah.
And when it comes to reptiles and amphibians, we are not creative with the names at all.
Yeah.
So it's from Africa, and just like the name implies, they burrow down.
So it's a
their
burrowing-
big thing when the dry season comes,
Yep.
they burrow down in the ground,
Yep.
and the mucus that's on them kind of forms like a shell or cocoon.
Gross.
Yeah.
And
No.
they've been known to go 10, 20, 28 years basically in hibernation in the dry season, and then you pour water on them again, and they come back alive.
Two Dogs. Now this one's really close to Joe's face. That one spits venom, right? Within about 5 feet.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's the next one we're getting.
Oh,
out.
okay, good,
All right.
good.
In
So
the
this
meantime,
is about-
this giant turtle doesn't give a bleep about anything. He just sits there.
He's eating grass.
So
man.
this is about half size. I think Monty brought our other one on once, named Charles, because
Yeah.
I mean, if you see these guys eat, you'll understand why
Yeah.
he named it after Charles Barkley. It's just
Okay.
shoving food
Now,
in.
will that thing leap out of sight if you dropped him in the yard? Would it be gone?
Yeah, he could definitely jump out of this tub.
Okay.
And he'll be in here, and from time to time, you just hear this thud, thud.
Yeah.
Like,
He's hitting
what
the
is
rough.
going on?
Just
Oh,
testing it.
there's something on top of me.
Yeah. All right. Here's where we need to get serious, Such.
It's always a bad sign when there's a hook.
Right. Especially when the guy handling it has a hook for a
Oh,
hand.
look at that. That
So
thing
if you look
reminds.
close,
He's
this is one
molting.
of our rattlesnakes, and it is in mid-shed.
Yeah, it's molting.
So you can actually see it's got shed coming off. This
Yeah.
is one of our western diamondback rattlesnakes.
Oh, boy.
And the reason you
Okay.
got lucky where we brought one that's in the middle of shed is because they usually like to go to the bathroom. So it's not on display right now because I've already cleaned up after him twice today. And,
Yeah. Yeah, you can leave him in that bucket. That's fine.
That snake.
Joe, why don't you hold that one?
No,
Dogs.
you just leave him in the bucket.
That snake reminds me of a program director I used to have.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the one who shed?
Bam.
Yeah.
well, and you'll notice like this is a rattlesnake, but there's no rattling going on.
Right.
Because it's a very well-behaved rattlesnake. He's used to being handled, and it's like, oh, this is another day. Nothing's going on, and just
Okay.
Show business.
Well, what does rattling signify in a snake?
So rattle it like on a
like in a
snake.
cowboy movie, when you hear them, what are the
They're
snakes
just
saying?
saying, "Here I am. Please don't step on me."
All right.
They don't want to bite you. Their venom is for getting their food. That takes a lot of energy to make. So rather than waste it on you or me that are way, way, way too big to eat, it's rattle. Here I am. That's your warning. Get any closer, then we're going to have issues. But if you ever hear that rattle,
Yeah.
it's pretty simple. You just stop, see where it's going from, walk away.
Okay.
There's kind of two types of people that typically get bit.
Yep.
One are people like me that handle them every day.
And the slow ones. And the slow ones.
Natural selection, we get rid of them. I made it somehow. People like me that handle them all the time, much more likely to have an issue. Just like I'm less likely to have a hot mic issue because I'm not in radio.
Right.
If you're in radio, sooner or later, you're probably going to have that. I'm sure you've all had that where it's like, that mic was on.
Hey,
what did I say?
Save that for Barrero
mic,
show.
eh?
Save that for Barrero show after.
We
you've
don't
already
save
been on
anything
Garage
for him.
Logic.
You guys get the top. you
Okay,
get the
good.
A material.
Thank you.
Is
They
he
get
still
scraps.
ripping us off by out using all our guests?
He's doing every one
Is
of your
Danny
bits.
still doing that?
Every one of your bits,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Oh,
if
I'm
you want
gonna
to be
get a
the best,
text.
you imitate the best, right?
That's right.
That's what I do
right.
with Monty.
All right. Two Dogs, thanks again. That's
Well,
the best.
thank you
You're
guys.
the best.
As always, it's
Across
a
from
huge
the DNR,
pleasure.
on Nelson, Monty's Traveling Reptile Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Two Dogs.
Now go out and get $3 from each one of those people.
Say, Joe.
Yes.
You haven't even really touched on this fabulous e-bike that's sitting out here
Well,
in front of the NAC Hardware and Lounge at the Great Minnesota Get Together.
Just about to.
Okay.
What you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is a Bintelli e-bike. Has 5 levels of electric assist. They are really, really cool. and you can win this one. It's from EcoFun Motorsports on Highway 61 in downtown Forest Lake. And this bike can be won by GLers visiting us at the fair. You can register 3 ways. During our podcast, people can scan the QR code on the sign next to the bike display. Rook, is there a sign next to the bike display where you register your QR code? Is there something there to do that? Right there. That's how you do it. Oh, I see. Okay. Fantastic. That's one way to register to win. You can also just go right around the side of the building here to the merchandise booth and register. And you can register online at garagelogic.com. It's all courtesy of EcoFun Motorsports in Forest Lake, where you can find a full line of Yamaha products, youth recreational equipment, all those gas-powered scooters that turn urban errands into adventures, helmets, apparel, much more. Just a great, great outfit. And Tim Bloom, we thank you to have this. I hope we take that inside at night, obviously. We lock her up,
Yeah,
though.
we'll put her away.
We got to lock her up. All the way from Marloth Park in Mpumalanga. Let's see, what day is this?
You got the 26th of August today,
That's right.
sir.
Well, it was on this day in 1919 that the state legislature ratified the 19th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, granting women the right to vote.
How about that?
What a mistake that was.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please, stop it.
Joe, look, Johnny Height's back.
How are you?
How are you, Johnny? Granting women the right to vote. Prior to this federal amendment, the state's women had been permitted to vote only in elections for school officials and for library officials since 1876 and 1898, respectively. And then you jump all the way to the year 2000 on this day. It was Women's Equality Day, and that was they went to the state capitol and they had a Garden of Time, a landscape of change. The memorial was planted with native grasses and flowers and featured a 100-foot trellis imprinted with the names of important suffrage leaders in Minnesota's state history.
Wait,
this day in history.
equality is what you put in your house.
Well, that's equity.
Oh, I got you.
That's equity.
Oh, okay.
That's equity.
Gotcha.
Let me go here. Let's see. That's fine. Now, if Rook would ever get up here, I got a question for him.
Well, he's busy. He's doing show business.
He's busy eating right now.
Did he find some food?
Yeah, he's got
He
some
is. He's
chow, and he's also, I think he's running for office currently.
Rook.
He's holding court.
Rookie, explain to us the difficulty or the circumstances this year surrounding musical entertainers.
I will. Susan Ritt is employed by the state fair, and she is the agent that goes out and finds. We have to go through her to get these guests booked. This year, many of the entertainment guests do not want to come out and perform. They want to stay within their bubble, and I completely understand that. So we've had quite a few that have turned us down. That being said, we have Tom Hunter on tomorrow, and he's going to perform. He's quite a performer, and I'm excited because he was recommended to us by a couple people.
Is he here at the fair?
He's here at the fair. The Jorgensens, who couldn't make it before their appearance, have said, we would love to come and do the show after our appearance is complete. So we'll see if we can logistically get that done. So there are some performers that we have booked, but it's been extremely difficult to book our normal. Normally, we would have had two acts performed on the first day and tomorrow.
Right, all right.
And
Well, it's not a normal state fair, but it's damn close, I'd say.
Well, and if it continues like this, I know you always say you want to book guests from the state fair.
Right.
My theory is, if you think you have a guitar and you can sing, we should just do like a state fair talent show, and we say whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down. Bring your guitar to the fair.
There we go.
Come on up to the porch, and let's just do it Roman-like. You know, where you're the emperor. Thumbs up or thumbs down, they go to their death.
First of all, would you even be allowed to bring a guitar in here, or a banjo, or an accordion?
Well, sure, Johnny does.
Well, that's right.
Why wouldn't you? I carry him in.
In fact, weather permitting, you'll have guitars here tomorrow, won't you?
Weather permitting, yeah. If it's going to rain heavy for 20 hours, like they keep saying, we probably
So
won't.
I'm kind of liking this. If you play the harmonica, maybe you do, you juggle. Maybe you tell jokes.
I have a better explanation.
What?
The last time we did GL here, we were still on the radio station.
Yes.
And we were promoting Sportscaster Idol. So here we go. Instrumental idol right here
Yes.
at the Knack Hardware Lounge.
I think
Joe is Simon Cowell.
you're violating some sort of a trademark proprietary situation by conducting your own talent show within the fair.
Well, it's an unofficial. It's not really a competition. It's just.
Of course, we've always been the fair within the fair.
The fair within the fair,
Yeah.
and just because the fact that the state fair won't release old winners that have won the talent show, and they won't provide us with any.
Inky's
current-
going to show up with a tuba.
Okay, you can stop talking now.
Okay, if you
I
think
think-
you have a talent, show up at the state fair in Garage
think
Logic,
we'll-
and I'll put you up on stage.
I think we'll wrap it up, John.
Okay.
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll have Johnny Heights guitar.
That's going to do it for today.
Is Dylan joining you?
He will be. Dylan and
right.
Kurt will play bass if weather permitting.
Weather permitting. You don't want to get electrocuted.
Well,
No,
wait a second.
I don't want my stuff to get wet.
What about our guy on the sticks? Right here.
Joe?
Right here.
Yeah, bring a drum set, Joe.
I'm not bringing a drum kit
Bring
in here.
in,
You kidding?
just bring in a snare and
How
a
about some
hi-hat.
sticks?
Just a snare and a
You
hi-hat.
can do that. And also tomorrow, making its state fair debut is Table Talk following Garage Logic at 2 o'clock.
And I should make an announcement to the all
Fantastic.
of the
Yes.
people that did
Yes.
show up here to watch the weekly scramble with myself and Mike Fratelloni. He's not back in the country yet. His flight was delayed, so he's not going to be
What
here.
country was he in?
I can't remember. No, he is not in Kabul. That I can confirm.
Yeah.
But he is out of the country.
Why
His
didn't
flight
I
was
use
delayed.
that as an excuse not to do that dumb Krabby show?
All right, GLers, thank you for being here today.
Really quick though, Kenny. Speaking of that, who do you have to thank for your performance here at the Minnesota State Fair today?
Don McLean and John Height, and not our guest who came.
How about Running Aces? We'd like
Running-
to thank Running Aces
Running
Casino.
Aces Hotel and Casino. Thank you for putting me up. Wonderful place. I love it up there.
Casino, we're still on.
A quick 20-minute drive from downtown
I-
Minneapolis.
I'm just going to hit that then, I guess.
I
now,
would,
Since,
I
since
would.
Joe basically
We haven't-
took off.
You know, I mentioned Table Talk. There are many other wonderful podcasts besides Table Talk. You can find at Podman on your smartphone or at podman.com on your computer. Whether you like sports, mysteries, whatever the case may be, check it out on your smartphone, PodMN or podmn.com. And hopefully you have been smart enough to subscribe to Garage Logic on YouTube. We have our own YouTube page that you can subscribe
Not only
to.
do we have it, we have a number of people that have been live streaming it, thanks to Pat right here next to me that's been live streaming this entire performance today.
Patrick L. is one of the best guys ever. I know he's nerdy, but I love him to death because he gets stuff done.
That's right.
More improvements on that live YouTube page tomorrow, possibly, on Garage Logic, live at the Minnesota State Fair. Thanks, gang.